let me set the scene for you. It was a bright Thursday evening. The birds were chirping, the sun was out, and overall I was in a good mood. Until I decided to subject myself to one of the worst forms of human torture known to man. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
This movie is awful. It spends half of its runtime undoing what Rian Johnson did in episode 8. Fix the lightsaber, check. Make Luke care about the Jedi again, check. Not only this, but the movie tries to direct the audience's attention away from the lack of story by relying on stuff from the original trilogy to keep people interested. Oh, look at this, he's finally got a medal! Yet his people don't value stuff like this. The dialogue is awful, the fight choreography is less entertaining than watching a man being attacked by a goose. For some reason they decided to bring back Palpatine, even though his story ended back in episode 6. But apparently, get this, he's been behind everything we've seen throughout this trilogy. Yet he hasn't even been mentioned once. If he's the big bad of this trilogy, you would think that he would have been mentioned throughout, like in the original, or the prequel trilogy. What? They didn't plan out this trilogy at all? For sake! So, within this premium source of entertainment, the sequel gang have to find this weird spooky pyramid known as the Sith Wayfinder. With this space GPS, it tells them where big bad Palpatine is. So they get going, and go to another, you guessed it, desert planet. On this planet, we learn of something that Finn wants to tell Rey, as they are the best of friends.
I never told you where. Shut up, man!
Anyway, underneath the magic sand, we find a plot-convenient dagger that will help us find the magic space GPS. Oh yeah, and after this, Rey's revealed to be a
Fatality.
Palpatine.
You are a Palpatine.
No! Oh, that's why he's in the movie. And that's why Rey's a Force God. F*** off, JJ. So you're telling me that all because this scavenger is a Palpatine, she's a Force God? And knows how to use the Force in hours? Yeah, only had barely any training. But look at this, I can lift rocks! Right, so fast forwarding a bit, so the Mystery Machine crew have made it to Kef Bir and are walking up to the wreckage of the Death Star that I mention shouldn't even exist, cause I mean... But anyway, they're walking up, and God forbid they were on the other side of this, since once Rey pulls out the plot-convenient dagger, she immediately matches it to the section of the ship. Plot convenience! Like the mad lass that she is, Rey goes over the most dangerous waters that I've ever seen in my life, after being explicitly told not to. So, she's inside of the Emperor's throne room, which surprisingly still has windows, but she's finally found it, the space GPS, and the galaxy's saved. But wait, what is this? A new challenger has emerged. With Kylo Ren here, all hope of a good ending is doomed as he smashes the space GPS. So after this, they have such an epic fight with a crowd that just can't get enough of what's going on. And for the second time in this movie, ruins Anakin's turn to the dark side.
This is the stupidest that I've ever seen.
Like, take this scene from episode 1, where Qui-Gon is stabbed straight through his abdomen. Imagine if Obi-Wan learned this skill. The Star Wars we know could have never existed.
But wait, Josh. There isn't anywhere where he could have learned this skill.
So you're supposed to make me believe that no one inside that temple hadn't found out about this ability through reading the books there, and then subsequently found out where this could have been learned. Anyway, going back to the story, after Rey did a GTA on Ren's ship, she flies back to Luke's hermit planet and subsequently sets fire to it. JJ does a big you to Rian Johnson, Then Rey steals the other space GPS so that she can go meet Granddaddy Palpatine. Fast forwarding a bit more, Mr. Palpatine has told his granddaughter to kill him so that she can become Empress and have the final order. But during this, the Resistance has managed to find a way to Exegol by tracking Ren's ship. So we've just wasted essentially an hour and a half of the film's runtime on an item that no one needs? So yes, after this we are shown that Kylo Ren has arrived in what looks to be a working Empire era TIE fighter. Who's writing this again? Oh, that makes sense. Anyway, the fleet arrives on horseback, and the people who are managing these planet-killing ships don't know how to turn the ship, even though once it gets destroyed, the people on the ship, they fall off. Oh, I can't with this movie anymore. I can't be bothered. Okay, where was I? Oh yes, Ben and Rey try to stand up to Palpatine, and he just sucks out their life force, and then throws Ben off a cliff. But after this, he uses his unlimited power, knocks out all the rebellion's ships, and Rey talks to some Jedi, which give her the strength to kill Granddaddy Palpatine. Fast forwarding back to the rebel base, everyone gives each other a massive hug, and the Mystery Inc. gang are reunited. Honestly, I'm baffled to know why these lot hugged each other, as throughout this entire movie, they've been arguing with one another, constantly. Anyway, Rey returns to Tatooine, and to the perfect she buries the Skywalker lightsabers into the sand and ends this movie on a high.
Who are you?
Rey Skywalker.
Oh, that's it.
Fucking hate Star Wars!